Hello, hello, can you hear me? Yes, all good, wonderful. Alrighty, so let's kick on to the first phase. We've downloaded the file, we're all ready to go. Let's truncate the silence. I'm never quite sure how effective that is. I don't think it's actually very effective at all, because I haven't, necessarily learned how to do it properly. I'm still just trial and error, boy. There we are. Okay, now we'll get our proper software, i.e. the one I'm used to working with. What have I done with my little phone here? My second screen has failed me. That's alright. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. It's just to keep an eye on chat, and I generally don't get a lot of chat during these streams, funnily enough, which is quite alright. There we go. Okay, it's all working again. Alright, good. So, yes, we're coming through the right spot. Good. Oops. That's okay, that's not too bad, eh? Only 2 seconds though, so we'll have to, oops, mess that up. And add in another second. I do like my 3 seconds there to set the scene. That's right, I started that again, didn't I? Did you hear that out there? Workers grinding trees on the other side of the road. Lucky we just finished recording, eh? Yeah, let's cut it there. There? Yes. What the hell is that click? That was wild. As evidenced by how easy it was to get rid of that click, that was enormous. You normally don't see clicks that big, so I don't know what caused that. But, yeah. Normally, when you get a little click like that, you have to just let it go because you can spend an hour easily getting rid of one little click. moderately easy. And you know what? I think the actual special effects edit is not going to take very long either, and that will be good. That would be a chapter done. Of course, it's a very short, so you know. Is that Tim Pod? It's not supposed to be Tim Pod. Oh, come on now. No, Tim chapter. Good. All right. And then save as chapter 13. Marvelous. Okay. Yep, there's both ends. All right. There we go. Okay, into 13. Edit A. Thank you very much. Oh, look how short that is. Very, very, very short. Yeah, let's grab you. You go there. G, normalize all peaks to -1, please. Thank you. There we go. That'll stop a bunch of the clipping and the whatnot and the thingy in the boobs. Okay, thumbs. Chapter 13, please. There we are. Okay, so they are essentially just walking through the woods. And it's in the afternoon, so it's not even night or anything interesting like that. So it's rare that a sound effect I have is longer than the actual chapter. That does not happen very often at all. All right. Oops. Come here, please. There we go. Come where you're supposed to be. Okay. From there, let's pull you back a little bit. There we go. Okay, now the old standard. Speed up. There we go, beautiful. I actually don't think there's any action at all, is there? That might be the entire sound effects mix. We'll see how we go. Okay. We have to make it slightly more interesting, right? I think we do. I think we do. All right. So let's get rid of you. Do you want? Like, I really like you as a sound effect. I really do. I like you as a friend. If we do that, how good is that mix? No, because there's a fade there. So take it to the end of that footstep, and that should work. Yep, perfect. Then oh, check that. Is that still right? Yes. Okay, good. And then end and birdie burr and birdie burr. Oops. There we go. Look at that. Save as Grasswalk New Long. There we go. All right. Oops. I don't know why there aren't more tracks here. Let's add another 5 audio. And let's delete those unused video tracks. Okay. So Grasswalk New Long. There we are. And you can do the same thing at the same points. You probably won't need to go down very much. Let's just yeah, normalize to 0, that's fine. Wait, did that work? Normalize all peaks to 0. Down 1, here we go. Right, because we have to trim that, pull that down into a different track, make it a bit quieter, pull this back. A little bit closer. Customizable. Maintain audio pitch, please, even though that's always a bit of a pain and it's a little bit gross. It should be okay with this effect. We'll see. If it's bad, we'll change it. Yep, gross. Okay. Undo. Is that maintain audio pitch is pretty awful, actually. It leaves a lot of what do they call them? Audio artifacts. You know, where you can tell it's been digitally altered. You know. Go back up to 100. Nice. Okay. So we'll export that version, which is called Invisible Man, Chapter 13, Audiobook Now. Jolly good. And that's essentially it at this point. It's just then I will go through and I will mute all the sound effects and all the music to do the no SFX version. Hold on. Brain lag. Well, I make sure everything's right. Okay, there we go. Good. And it's yeah, it's all complete after that. As soon as we mute all of this and export it and change the thumbnail, of course. Sometimes I forget to change the thumbnail. We also have to trim it a bit since there's no... oh, bugger it, I'll just show you. I'll show you everything. Here we go. All right, we pull that back because there's no... wait a minute. Ugh, fool. Save. Right, here we go. Now, chapter 3, no SFX. Okay, so we save it as a separate project. We delete the thumbnail. We delete the music. We delete the sound effects. Sometimes I decide whether those little side things that I recorded, like him exhaling, sometimes I keep them, sometimes I don't. It depends on how big they are and how much they're going to interfere with things. All right, but because there's no music for the end trailer, we just pull back that so that it meets the end of the story. We can also get rid of all of that sort of fading up to compensate to the music. As the music swells at the end of the chapter, you know, you just you have to increase the volume a little bit. There we go. And that can all just stay straight. There you go, perfect. Okay, so back to the Invisible Man working. Get the thumbnail for chapter 13, no SFX. Always like a different sort of color, a different look. Sometimes it's a whole different picture. On Gatsby, I used a completely different thumbnail for the no SFX version. Okay, and then we'll export that as, making sure that the titles are correct. There we go. Chapter 13, no sound effects. There we go. I'm trying to make it as clear as possible for now. After 10 years of doing this, I still have people asking, what does no SFX mean? Or what's a graphic audiobook? And I'm still not sure what I should label the full versions with the sound effects. Graphic audiobook is the closest we have, but I don't think it's really right. But, you know, it'll do. Okay, so there we go. There's the no SFX version and the full SFX version, both done. And for coming along on this little journey with me today of recording and editing chapter 13 of The Invisible Man. To editing to doing this, that sort of stuff. It was a really short chapter, which is why I decided to stream this whole thing so you can see it start to finish. I'm not sure when I will be back to do more. Yeah, with the play going on at the moment, I'm in a play right now, and we're like 14 days from the previews. It's just opening night. Yeah, we're very, very busy, but have to keep working, so it should be moderately soon. At the very latest, we'll be doing something next week as well. Okay, so I hope you have yourselves a great day, and we'll see you next time we're back. Bye.